cult, but it's really a secret organization, big time.
Black and Radio Japan. Black and Radio Japan. Talk shows. Talk show. DJ sessions. Live interviews. The best for international music entertainment. Black and Radio.
For the love of house. For the love of beats. For the love of dance. For the love of house. For the love of beats. For the love of dance. For the love of house. For the love of beats. For the love of dance. All of us here together, strictly for the love of house music. Strictly for the love. Strictly for the LOVE.
Welcome to Kobe House Show, Volume 30.
Welcome, everybody.
I am CB.
And I'm Stacy.
Greetings, greetings.
Thank you all for tuning in.
Yes, for some house music.
House music, that's what we bring you every fourth Saturday
of the month.
Yes.
So, Stace, what's new?
What's new? Well, just got back from Hawaii.
Wait. It's a lipstick check.
Oh, tonight? Yeah. I knew you were going to do that. Okay, so I did double check the name before.
Right.
Okay, so this one it's actually a mix of Gritty Girl and Sis. So Gritty Girl on bottom and on top is Sis.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it gives you that nice nude blend for, women of color.
Ah, that is dope, man.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Alright, thanks.
But I think I like the aqua blue the best.
Okay, well, I'll wear that for you next month, just for you.
But the brown, because I'm brown, and I'm brown.
And I'm brown too, you know?
I'm brown, and you're brown,
yeah.
so...
And he's brown.
We're brown people. So, yeah, it's like perfect. I couldn't tell at first, right? So I'm like, she's wearing something.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's the effect. So win-win.
All right. So what you been up to? I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, that's all right. Just trying to get back in the groove of work. Had a mini vacation.
Yes. Where did you go?
Honolulu, Waikiki. Yeah, it was quite short. It was for a birthday trip, so a bit late, but it was nice. But the weather sucked for the first few days. It was cold, it was windy and rainy. So we stayed inside the hotel the first day and we were jet lagged. So.
What? But that's Hawaii. So I lived there for like 3 years, and January, February, March is the winter season, right? So the temperature is going to be a little lower, and the it's windy. So you have the big super waves. So all the surfing.
Windy. Yeah, I thought it was a typhoon outside, like the trees just swaying, dancing in the wind.
If you went to the North Shore,
no, we didn't get that far.
Waimea have the super waves, like 20 meters, 30 meters.
Maybe next time. Well, I'm no swimmer or surfer.
No. You can just see, it's a professional circuit.
Yeah.
So you can just watch them. You be like, oh no, he's gonna have a headache.
Next time for sure, but I'd love to go back. It felt like another Japanese city. You can tell the Japanese influence. And you can spend yen in Waikiki. In the stores, it's all we accept Japanese yen. So.
Yeah, when I was there, we used to call it Japan Part 2.
It's Little Japan?
Yeah.
It felt like that, Little Japan.
So it was an influx of Chinese coming in, and this was around, I'm going to be telling my age. Oh,
Spill the beans.
Around 97, right? 1997. So you can tell like the influx of the Chinese was coming in, but there's like a 4th or 5th generation of Japanese.
Yeah.
Right? So Michael Tanaka, Robert Tanaka.
Fitzroy Tanaka, what?
Jessica Tanaka. I'm like, really?
Tanaka. Where in Hawaii were you?
So I was in a Navy base. So I was on Fort Island. So that's where they have the USS Arizona Memorial.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't get to do much sightseeing because this was just for relaxation.
Yeah. So basically, I worked on the Battleship Island where they used to have all the battleships. So it's pretty spooky at night. I mean, you can feel like so many ghosts.
Have you been back since?
Nah.
Any interest in going back?
Yeah, when I leave here, I'm going to move to Hawaii.
Okay.
Because it's paradise.
Yeah, I love the island vibe,
right. It's truly paradise. So you was there for how many days?
5 days, 4 nights, yeah.
Okay, first day slept in.
Yes.
Second day.
And the time difference was crazy, 19 hours. And yeah, so I had no concept of time or day. And it's like, let's just leave it that way.
So what is something exciting you won't forget about Hawaii?
Something exciting?
Yes.
Whoa.
Or something you encountered or experienced?
I didn't experience anything anything outrageous or strange. The food was good, I thought. The supermarkets, the whole food supermarkets, because we don't have those in Japan. So I was amazed at that. So, but the beaches were crowded. Nice, but crowded. Yeah, so next time I'd like to explore a bit more of that.
Right. But you only went to Waikiki Beach?
Yeah, only Waikiki. Yeah, there was no time to go further. But next time for sure, North Shore.
Yeah. Next time,
or
just,
the East Coast. Yeah, East Coast.
Eastern side. You have the Blowhole.
Yeah.
You have Hanama Bay. Hanama Bay.
K something. A lot of K names in there. I can't remember the names. You know.
Right. Now there's an interesting story about Hawaii, about Captain Cook, and how King Kamehameha, he sent some tribes to Africa to help fight against Captain Cook. So there's a lot, and if you ever see, if you go downtown, you see King Kamehameha. It's a black statue.
So,
there's a lot of African roots in Hawaii.
Yeah, you can. I like the diversity. You know, it's like a mega. It's like a mecca of cultures and mixes. So it's nice to have that.
Yeah. So
it's nice to get out of Japan sometimes.
Hawaii, man. Yes, when I retire from Japan, I'm going to Hawaii.
And I'm going Okinawa when I retire from Osaka.
Okay.
How about you? What have you been up to?
Oh, man, you know, I've been going everywhere. I've been promoting my event next Friday.
Next Friday. What's the name of it again?
The name is Experience Chaos Minds.
I can't imagine what that's going to be like.
So it's going to be like from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m., like an all-nighter house event. So, yeah.
And will you tell us a little bit more about that later?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, later. Yeah.
And I saw you were tearing up the charts. You have 2 songs. Tell us a bit about that.
I have 3 mixes on Mixcloud.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much when I get in that DJing mode, I just put them out. So on Mixcloud, they have a ranking system of all your mixes. So I have about 217 mixes, and about 95% are
in the top
20.
Top 20.
Right.
That's amazing.
But it should be top 10, but I don't have enough people hitting favorite, right?
So people go out, listen, check out Mixcloud and check out CB's mixes.
And make sure you hit favorite.
Favorite, yeah. So, get him to number 1.
Yeah, so that's the only big difference. So I average about 3 to 6 people hitting favorite.
Yeah.
And I'm in the top 20. So if I had like
50 people, then you're number one.
Oh man, computer systems. Okay, so let's jump into our first song.
Kojo. Yes.
By your man.
Yeah, Manu. Anything he touches is gold, you know.
Yes. This is from what, 2007 release?
2007, yeah.
Yes. So let's go ahead and listen to
Kojo.
The best for international music entertainment. Black and Radio.
Wow.
That was dope. We saw our station manager vibe into that, right? We should have put the camera on him.
He was like, serious. I was vibing too, right?
Yeah, we were.
Man.
That's a dope ass track.
Yeah. Manu.
Manu.
So I always say Manu, huh? Manu.
Manu.
Because
My Japanese just messes up my pronunciation with like even English or French, like Manu. Manu. Yeah.
Manu.
From
Man.
Paris. Yeah.
Man, what's his roots?
Well, he's African, you know.
Yeah,
Once
exactly
you're black,
right.
man, you're African. It don't matter where.
Somebody was asking me yesterday. It was like, "Where are you from? Africa? No. You have New York Yankees hat. You from America? No, I'm from Africa. What
Yeah.
part of Africa you don't understand? You know? But yes, man, he's awesome. His remixes.
His samples are
He's right on it. He can take a, I wouldn't say boring, but I would say a regular song and make it a hit.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of people know Black Coffee, but they don't know him for some reason.
And maybe while searching, probably I came across him before, like one of his mixes, and I thought, wow, this is just heaven.
Yeah. I think especially when him and the two homies, Black Motion.
Yeah, yeah.
He often does a lot of their remixes, and he just takes it to a different level.
Yeah, they're amazing too. So it's like goodness and goodness.
Right. Oh my
you
goodness.
get greatness, right?
Right. You got the live drums, then you got the mixing together. Oh man, two
It's just
minds.
magic. It's magical what they come up
Yes,
with.
black magic. That is. We keeping it real, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was dope. So next we're gonna go into our track source top. We're gonna do 10 through 6. Yes. Now on our Facebook page, so Kobe House Show page, you can see our top 6.
Yeah, it's all there. Top 10. Yeah.
Yeah, I said
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing 10, 9, 8.
Yeah.
7.
10 to 6.
Yeah, 10 to 6.
Yeah. Later we'll give you the top 5 songs.
All right. So what do we have at number 10?
Number 10, Keep On Jumpin', Todd Terry, Martha Wash, and Joycelyn Brown. She has your
Wow.
last name.
Keep on jumping.
Keep On Jumpin'. I think it had a bit of a spiritual
Oh yeah,
vibe,
with
yeah.
Todd Terry, right?
I think I think it was the number 1 for track source, but since this is my top 10, it made...
Is this so? What genre is that? Soulful House.
Soulful House,
Soulful
yeah,
House.
Soulful House.
Right.
That's my least favorite of the house
Yeah.
genre. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend anybody. I like it, but if I had to choose, deep house, Afro house is number 1, of course.
Okay, so you're gonna show. I gotta show my true colors, right? So I would agree with you,
Okay.
and the reason being, so a lot of the like Guido P was on our show last year. He's from Italy, and my brother in crime, DJ Hakue, who's going to be on the show, who's going to be DJing with me next Friday. He's a big soulful house, and for me, it's like 20 minutes. 20 minutes, I'm good because it's so much like R&B.
Yeah, that's it for me. Like vocals, good. I don't like too much vocals because I like to feel the beats,
Right.
and some people feel that you can't express yourself with a song
Right.
without vocals, and for me it's the opposite. So yeah, maybe that's it. Like it's just R&B with a bit faster beat.
Yeah, and I gotta say it. My homies in Chicago. I'm sorry, man. Max, Toby, I'm sorry. DJ C's. It's soulful, but I guess being over here in international, where I'm getting that Afro house, I'm getting that deep soulful house, right? Not that commercial house. I'm not saying soulful house is commercial, but Afro house is truly deeper for me. It connects deeper within me than soulful house.
It's the connection. I don't
Right.
connect to soulful house.
Right.
I mean, there are some songs that I do like that, samples from, I don't know, the 80s.
Right.
But Afro House, I feel it in my bones, to my core. I can...
And it's also a different genre because it depends on, like a generation. So
Yeah.
if you have, so if I'm a rock like a 50, 60 crowd, I'm pumping some soulful house. They're grooving because it's a lot of R&B remixes.
It's nice to warm up, I think, and warm up for something heavier later.
Well, you know, most of my stuff is techno, tech,
And yeah, techno, minimal, yeah.
tech, and Afro house, right? So my soulful house, I would play it, but I get truly more passionate from Afro house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like walking to work and I have my Afro house played. Well, I have many. If you go through my phone.
Excuse me, can I have another side of Afro house? Skip the soulful house.
Okay. All right. So let's go to number 9,
Yes.
which I think is still a bit of soulful house. So that's Someday by
Someday.
Rocco. Yeah, Brian Tuppert. Yeah.
Yes, I love that one. It has a remix of Aretha Franklin. So it's been in the top 10 now for about 7 months, 8 months. I think it was released like
quite well.
September.
Yeah, it's doing quite well.
Right.
Soulful House does quite well on the charts, right? It's
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people, they would have that the remix of that remix, the remix, and it's Aretha Franklin. So a lot of the top producers are remixing the top songs.
Yeah. Okay,
So-
so that yeah.
So all y'all gospel heads out there, in
I was about to say that it's a bit it was a bit gospel,
gospel, right?
Yeah.
So all y'all gospel heads in Alabama,
Check out Someday.
someday, Chicago, Detroit.
Number 8, Senior Blues. I did like that one. Say by Saison.
Yeah, I gotta get that one. I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah, that one is dope. And let's go to number 7, Hip Cats.
Hip Cats.
Yeah, ATFC David Penn. Yeah, you can check this out
I
on the
love
Kobe
your
House
choice.
page. And number 6, all right, so the top 6, we have Let the Sun Shine. Yeah, that one, yeah. That's an old track, yeah.
Yeah,
This
right.
is a remix
Remix.
by Milk and Sugar.
Milk and who?
Milk and Sugar.
That's like white and white. Oh, did I say that?
Yes, you did.
Because I'm just thinking, milk is white, sugar is white. Okay.
Well, brown sugar. We
What
don't
about
use
some- 'cause
white sugar.
Yeah, we use
We don't
brown
use
sugar,
white
man.
sugar.
We use some honey. Honey. Okay, great. That's our top 6. And remember, if you go to the Kobe House Show page, you can see that JPEG, right? That post.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so what's happening in Kansai?
Ah, man, Kansai. So,
First of all, tell us about Chaos Minds.
oh, wow.
Yes.
Experience Chaos Minds. Yes, so this is going to be my event. I'm the event promoter.
Organizer.
I am the organizer,
DJ.
advertiser, passing out flyers. Man, I went to Oats in Shiga to Club Move.
They have clubs in Shiga?
Oh, and it's a great underground house.
Ooh.
It was unbelievable. On a Tuesday night, I went up there.
Tuesday night work is Wednesday.
Hey, I'm moving it, right? So I went to Shiga, passed out some flyers. I met Tetsu and Kinsuke P or something. Kins P. Some great guys, old house heads, like 20 years deep. And
Some underground stuff.
yeah, then I went down to Sanomia to Simon's Bar. It's right near the station in Hunkyu. Club Midnight, Mickey's Club. Those guys was very, like, everyone has been very helpful.
Okay, it's good to have support in the community. You know, you see a brother doing something, support each other.
And you know, I say, I'm CB. Oh, you know, we've been Facebook friends forever, but to put a name and a face together was totally different. And then here in Osaka, I went to Barney Stone and Umeda and Shinsaibashi. So Tom and oh man, I forgot my other homeboy. They've been like
busy, yeah.
they've been very supportive around Shinsaibashi. Many record stores. I became their friend. So Saito-san. So these vinyls where you can buy your vinyls.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving my flyers with Dimitri's Club over there near Hodier. I put some flyers there. What else? Club Zakaro.
So you've been promoting all over.
Yeah, I'm the
all
promoter,
over
right?
Kansai.
So Chaos Minds is going to be the mix of the different levels of house music. So we have DJ Sachi. She started out at 8 o'clock. She would do a 2-hour set, and she's gonna be playing some deep, excuse me, deep chill house. Then DJ Hake, he's gonna be playing some soulful house.
Soulful House.
But he's really smoking, and he has a spot on Traxsource. He has about I think Hakuhe has about 120 songs on
Traxsource.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I know, right? So I'm like, yo, hook me up.
Gotta get the hookup. Network.
Exactly, right? So then I'll be getting down from 12 o'clock to 3 a.m. So I will start with my music first for about 30 minutes. I'll play all of my from my previous CDs and my new music. And then I will probably go straight into some Afro house and minimum house together.
That sounds dope. Can't wait.
Well, I was watching Black Coffee, and I was like, no, he didn't. I was like critiquing, right? I was like, did he just mix? And I was like, did he just mix some minimum house in there? And because of the chords and the synth, it was so deep, it sounded almost like Afro house, right? So the mixture, I was like, okay.
That's
so he
dope.
went from Afro house to minimum house. So I'm taking notes, right? Then he threw some deep house. It's
Learn
like,
from the best.
you know,
You're
right?
One of the best.
So it was like his meal he was cooking and serving it on a plate, right? So I'm like, he sprinkled some Afro house, some tech house,
a bit of spicy. You know, you have to spice up the mix.
and depending on his venue, he would go faster or slower.
Because that's one of the keys, right? The people you're
The
playing for
people.
the venue, you can't just go and expect that your mix is always going to work. You have to change up sometimes to match your crowd.
Right? So I was thinking about there's another song, 3 a.m. and Speak to Me. So those songs were and they're kind of like Sunday. So it's a gospel kind of vibing. So I can almost go from an Afro house to gospel. So the Chaos Mind is the mixture of the different genres we're going to be playing.
Perfect. the match. And who is after you?
Seabway. So Seabway. Seab
Okay.
style.
So
He's
it's until 5 a.m.?
yeah, from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. It's going to be Seab style.
And this is next Friday, March 30th. What's the location?
It's going to be at Club Mizu no Oto.
Where is that?
So basically, it's the old Club Union. So it's right if you know where Club Circus is in Shinsabashi near the Triangle Park. It's
Okay,
right
yeah,
across.
yeah. And is there what's the cost?
So the at the door it's 3,500 for men, 3,000 for the ladies.
You know we have to get special discount.
and this comes with one free drink, right?
Cool,
One free
cool.
drink, and all drinks all night will be 500 yen,
That's pretty dope.
right? So
all drinks.
like 1 coin drink, and maybe I'm thinking about having like some
Finger food, appetizers.
yeah, some finger food, but maybe some brownies. Yeah.
Okay, not that kind. Okay. My mind just went somewhere else.
I know,
You said
because you're like brownies. I'm
I'm
like,
what?
it's not cupcakes.
This is Japan.
Yeah, so that's what's going on. Also, you have DJ Spinner coming through. Club Noon Calf. So Noon Calf is I met this cool guy Tai Chi, and yeah, me and him got to talk, and I'm gonna be doing I want to do some live performances. So I'm using my music production equipment and DJing at the same time. But he has Mark D. He was in Tokyo, but Mark is coming from he's from Los Angeles, South African, and he's coming here. He's going to be playing at Noon Calf. Noon Calf is near Sambongai, Umeda.
In the
Like-
Umeda station.
Yeah, underneath JR line going to Shinosaka. There's like little shops underneath.
Yeah. Dai, like Sandai or Nidai. That.
Sambongai.
Okay.
So Noon
You'll
on Calf, they got DJ Spinner coming in May 3rd. DJ Spinner will be here. And Mark will be here, I think, April 8th or something like that.
It's going to be quite busy.
Yes.
You've been working hard. I know.
Oh, yeah. I've been meeting a lot of people. And it's so, hey, thank everyone. Thank you for the love, you know. And I think that makes me, you know, growing my musician roots more happy,
it's
right?
just getting bigger and bigger, better and better, you
exactly. Know? Now I'm like, wait a minute. I haven't thought about the mix.
It will come naturally.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't plan. This is no planning.
Because your mood can change, right?
Exactly. So only thing I'm gonna do is I choose all my songs, but the arrangement and practice. Practice. Man, I'm gonna practice, but I'm not gonna practice my set, right?
Yeah.
Because that's 3. How can you practice for 3 hours?
Unless you have nothing else to do, maybe.
Hey, hollow, right? You're like, what? So I'm gonna wake up every night at 12 a.m. and practice.
But practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to be flexible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, my Mixcloud mixes are actually my practice, so they're raw and uncut. I don't edit. I don't go
you
back.
Just put them up.
Yeah. Whenever if it's some mistakes, it's just there, right?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna. So my practice time would be my mixes when I put on Mixcloud.
Okay, that's good. All right, shall we check out the next song?
Yes.
And that song is by you, DJ CB.
Yes.
What's the title of this
The title
song?
is Kate Smile.
Kate. Who is Kate?
Kate is my little shorty, my daughter.
Special little girl. She's so pretty.
Yes, she's 10 years old, right? She keeps me straight. She always say, Charlie.
Charlie.
Charlie, we're going to hang out tomorrow? I'm like, yeah, your mom going to give us the car, man? Let me ask. Wait a minute, are you going to football practice tomorrow? No, she's not going to give you the car.
Ooh, your little girl. So this is about her smile. And when, how long did this song take you to put it together? Was it just in an instant? Like, did she do something at that time, or did something triggered?
So I have some crazy names, right?
Yeah.
From Veggie Burger to
growing up. What else? Magic something.
It's magic. I be having some wild names. So I had my groove set like at 8 p.m. And then, because I'm a morning person, right? I woke up like at 6, 5 or something, and I put it together. I don't know, maybe 10 minutes.
So Kate Smile.
Yeah,
all right, this song is pretty dope. Minutes. So thank you for sharing this with me before. Oops. And later on, we're gonna have Rick Wade in the house. We're gonna be Skyping him live, and after that we'll have a DJ set from him, so please stay tuned for that. So now let's check out Kate's Smile by our very own CB, DJ CB.
R&B, reggae, soul, funk, soca, and more. Black and Radio Japan. Check it out.
It's very mellow.
Yes, we're live.
Okay, so Kate Smile. That was pretty mellow. I enjoyed it, you know, the groove, the progression, and how it stopped perfectly right there.
Right. So if you see her smile, like many people recently, I've seen they're stressing out, and even like with her, she stressed out over studying. I'm like, hey, smile, keep that
How old
positive.
is she?
She's 10, but
10,
I'm like, you know, you have to be so positive. Frowning
and that's
is
a happy song,
right.
So the beat is pretty happy.
So it was going to be smile, but then I thought about what's that guy name? Jay-Z. He already has smile, so I'm like, oh man, I can't be smile, so I'll put like Kate Smile like that. So that's why I made it exactly. So now next up, what we're gonna do? We're gonna buzz our guest DJ, and we're gonna have an interview. It's gonna be our Mr. Rick Wade. Yes, the legendary. He's from Detroit.
Straight out of Detroit.
Right.
All right, let's try to get him on Skype live.
Yes.
It's ringing.
It's ringing. Yeah, so Kate Smile was like, just seeing her smile gives me so much inspiration.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
That was, I could hear that in the song. Oh, he's there. Hello?
Hello.
What's happening? Rick, what's up?
Oh man, it's your world. I'm just living it.
I like that.
Thank you for joining us tonight, you know.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Oh, 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Qu'est-ce qui se passe? It's not live on here, or it's just.
You can go ahead.
okay. Now we can see you, Rick.
Oh,
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, we had to make sure you get in the feed. Yes.
excellent.
Okay. You can.
All right, so thank you for taking the time to join us. It's a pleasure meeting you. So, could you just introduce yourself for our listeners?
The legendary.
Rick Wade.
I'm no legend here. I'm just a guy that likes music.
He's a legend.
So you're international renowned.
Yeah, well, my name's Rick Wade. I'm from Detroit. I have my own house label called Harmony Park Records. Haven't put stuff out on it in a minute though, but I've had roughly around 14 releases on that label maybe. But on other labels around the world though, it's probably totaling over 100 releases on like 100 different record labels all across the globe. Even a few record labels in Japan, as a matter of fact. Unknown Season is a label I have, something that the vinyl just came out a few days ago of it. I saw him posting pictures of the test pressing on that. And did I say I'm in Detroit?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Oh, so your release just came out?
Yeah, well, the digital have been out for a minute already. So it's the vinyl of this one that's out right now, or just came out.
All right, I'm gonna pick it up next week because when I was going to different places around Osaka, and I was passing out my flyers about my event. I met this nice record label and a record store, and he was like, "I got all the new vinyl." I'm like, "Okay."
So you have
I'll
to
see.
go back and check.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see. I'm like, "Yo, man, you got Rick Wade," and plus it's a good price too.
Well, I know of one place for sure that I have it is Disc Union.
One more time.
Disc Union.
Disc Union.
Yeah.
in Osaka?
They should have an Osaka branch. I know that they distribute all over Japan, but they also have a store in Tokyo. The main one is in Tokyo, I believe, in Shibuya, in that area.
Right.
However, any vinyl store that sells like house music or techno or anything like that gets product from Disc Union, or one of the places. And Disc Union has always, throughout the years, been a strong supporter of any of my releases. So they got it. Should happen for sure.
Okay, Rick, can you turn your volume up a little more?
Yeah. Hang on a second here.
Okay, right on.
You can hear him clearly here, but it's not.
It's
Okay. So on the live feed, you're a little low.
This to boost his sound here.
Okay.
All right. Hopefully that's better.
okay. Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, we hope so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. What I do, maybe Monday or Tuesday, I hit this one vinyl, and I take some pictures. I send them to you.
And post them on Kobe House Show, of course.
Yeah, of course, right.
All right, so let's. So how long have you been DJing? Like, when did you realize that music was your passion?
Well, I realized music was my passion a long time ago, back when I was a kid. I live in Detroit now, and this is where I've been living at for most of my adult life. However, I grew up in a small town in Michigan, a small farming town. I grew up working on farms till I graduated high school. But that town was only like about an hour from Chicago. So all of our major TV, radio stations were Chicago. And back in these days, there was a station called WBMX, 102.7. And they used to do mix shows all the time. Morning, afternoon, nighttime. Then on Friday, Saturday nights, it was all night long. And it was listening to those mix shows that I just kind of fell in love with. In the beginning, it was disco music and like rare groove R&B stuff. And then house music came on the scene, and I really liked that as well. And so when I would listen to the mix shows, the feeling that it gave me, I said to myself, I want to be able to give that back to other people.
Right.
And so that's kind of what set me on the path for like just loving music and the feelings that it elicits when I'm listening to it and that sort of thing. I started DJing back in, I say 1987, because that was when I had my first paying gig.
All right.
Before that, as it was just free.
In the basement.
Parties. Yeah. Basement gigs, all that. But in 87, I had my first paying gig, and then I was actually on the radio because I went to college at the University of Michigan, so I had my own show. It started on AM and then moved to the FM. That shows you how long ago it was. It was on AM.
Yeah, right.
Radio. I don't even know anybody that listens to AM anymore. Maybe angry conservatives or something that don't listen to angry talk radio. But
what is that? AM is only the gospel channel now, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Way back when.
Yeah.
But then I started making music when I went away to college at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. And I started off doing hip-hop. Used to make hip-hop beats. Like the local rappers would bring me to the studio, and I would bring in some records to sample up and that sort of thing. And I was really into ghetto tech. Also, we just called it bass back in those days, but ghetto tech. And so I was making ghetto tech first before I started making house music.
Wow.
But I love both of them.
What can you explain? What is ghetto tech?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that genre, ghetto tech. Or
Oh, okay.
I've seen it on somewhere, but yeah, I don't think like I could identify it if I.
Well, ghetto tech is electro. I don't know, like if you're familiar with that genre of
Yeah.
music. Um, well, it's imagine electro, but with raunchy party lyrics.
Oh, okay. So it's about the vocals then.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's the beat, and it's a super fast beat because we would mix it with drum and bass or with up tempo techno, but the lyrics it would just be like a catchphrase or a hook. It really wouldn't be a whole song or anything like that. And but the lyrics, like I said, they were pretty raw.
Yeah.
You know,
Underground stuff.
It was air friendly, you know, the repeating.
Censored, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like dancehall, I guess. You
So
have to censor.
the beats per minute would be like what, 160, 180,
It's,
or
that's
140?
a little too fast, maybe around 140,
140.
150. So now when we're mixing it, you know, we would tend to crank it up a little bit. So sometimes it might get up to around 180.
Right.
But most of the records were made at around 140, somewhere in that range. But with the house music, though, I was making both. And I had decided, well, I was doing a bunch of mix shows on the radio. And one day I'm putting together a mix, and I'm just not coming up. There's nothing I'm listening to that I wanted to include. So I just said to myself, you know what? I might as well just start making stuff myself, making what I would want to hear, what I would want to play. So that's kind of what made me start making house. But I didn't do it to sell it. It was just strictly to play on the radio, play for my buddies, listen to when we're chilling out.
Right.
And I was chilling out with Dan Bell, who's he's an underground techno guy from Detroit. And we were in my room just listening to music, and a track that I made came on, and Dan was like, "Man, what's that? That's hot." and I said, "Oh man, you know that's just some OPS I made. It ain't nothing," because I ain't having confidence in my stuff back in the days.
Right.
And Dan was like, "Oh man, that's way better than that ghetto tech stuff you doing, man. You need to be concentrating on house music."
Right.
I said, "I don't know nothing about house, putting it out anyway. You know, no distributors." And he's like, "Don't even worry about it. You make the music, I'll take care of the rest of it." And so that was how Harmony Park was formed. And then Mike Huckabee was another house DJ.
Yeah, Mike. I know Mike.
Detroit. Yeah. So Huck was very instrumental in the beginning because Huck knew all the record stores, all the right DJs, you know, what hands to get the records into. So between Dan Bell and Huck, those two really were key in helping me get launched. You know, because if it wasn't for them, I'd probably still just be floundering around, just playing tracks in my room, you know, not letting them be exposed to the world or anything like that.
Right.
We all need support, and you know, whatever we do, we have good people around us that can take us pretty far.
I know how. If you can't get lunch, man, you just like, I'm just playing in circles. Yeah, I know what you mean. So Mike was a big part of your career. That's interesting.
Oh yeah,
Huckabee, right?
I make no bones about it. In the beginning, Huck was the one who kind of guided me on the right path. Because remember, I was just a small town country boy.
Country boy.
You know, I moved to the Detroit area. I don't know nothing. I'm walking around looking at the big buildings and lights and stuff. You know, but,
Head flashing left to right.
yeah, like I'm in Wonderland or something. You know, people can tell me anything. I ain't know. I believed anything anybody told me. I didn't know any better, but Huck was there, you know, to kind of be like, "No, man, you don't need to be doing that, or you should really focus on this, or you should contact this distribution company, or you need to make sure you get your stuff in this record store over here. Yeah, so Hub was real key with that, and Dan Bell was real key with just the business side of it. You know, taking care of the invoicing and how many copies get pressed up, which distribution companies they would go to, making sure we got paid for the records, all that type of stuff. But right at that time, though, Dan ended up blowing up for his own stuff.
Right.
And so he stepped away from the record label. And so then it was just on me. And luckily, Huck was still there, you know, to make sure I didn't trip up along the way. But after like about the second or third release, I got my legs under me. And so then I was able to, you know, hit the ground running, so to speak.
And you haven't stopped since.
That's right.
No, I haven't stopped since, you know, because that's one thing I love to do is just make music. A lot of people like to, I don't know, watch sports or go drinking or something, but what I like to do is just make music. I'm constantly making music. Any given time, I have a library of tracks of unreleased material, you know, like 20 tracks that I haven't even released, just sitting on top of, and then like that's all I was doing tonight. I hadn't even went to bed yet. I was
Wow.
doing music all night.
All night.
Yeah.
Music is
But
life.
I also like to watch anime though. So
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. Like outside of music, what else do you enjoy doing? Because you spend all your time with music. So
Right.
where do you get time for other hobbies, or what are some of your other hobbies?
I also like to do 3D artwork. I specialize in 3D character development. 2D. I started off as a traditional 2D artist, and then
That's
I
pretty-
moved to the 3D realm, and I created a custom shader node process because I like the look and feel of traditional 2D art, in particular anime. And so I created this custom shader node process to give my characters a cell shaded look. I'm still trying to nail it. It's not quite there yet, so I spend a lot of time experimenting within the 3D programs to get the texturing and the lighting
Wow,
correct.
that's
So
pretty
I can-
impressive.
Right.
Master
Well,
of all arts.
I also have a day job though.
Really? Like, where do you find time for that?
Well, you got to make some sacrifices, and sleep is one of the things I sacrifice. So I basically have figured out that for my body, for me to be able to function, as long as I can get 3 solid hours a night, then I'm
3,
able
wow.
to do everything that
I'm with you.
3, well, I
Yeah.
need 8, or else I can't function.
Or usually I get like a good 1 hour power nap. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not at that level yet. When I was in in college or high school, but now no, I need 7 or 8 hours.
Now it's interesting that you said like you keep like 12 songs that you didn't release. So earlier,
20.
yeah, 20 songs, right? So Stacey was asking me earlier, is like, how did because we played one of my songs, Kate Smile, and she was asking me like, how did you come up with it? I was like, you know, I have like a little small library where I have the different sounds I keep together,
Yeah.
right? And then whenever I find this this emotional niche, it comes together and I put it together like that. So is that like the same for you, or?
Yeah, I have a library of sounds available because I also make loop libraries, like sample packs, and sell those as well. So it's just like an arsenal of sounds, and that way, anytime inspiration might hit, I can just pull up the sound, whatever sound that was floating around in my mind. I could pull that up and start messing around with it in the on the computer. But the inspiration, it doesn't necessarily depend on sounds. though, because a lot of times I just have the feeling like, okay, I want to make some music, but don't necessarily have a particular sound in mind yet. So I'll just sit down at the computer and just start messing around, inside the program, just throwing stuff at the screen and seeing if something, catches my ear.
Right.
So to speak.
Yeah, that's the natural things happening organically,
Yeah. So like I use Machina Studio. So I usually have about, in my group, I would have about, like if I'm making one song, I have about 3 groups. Each group will have like 16 different sounds. So I'm always matching, and then I'm like, I don't like it. Then I just close it out. I save it. Because before I used to just delete it, right? But I was like, wait a minute, man, I need this library.
Art.
Yeah, so that's like, I don't know, I have about 50 saved little templates.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Because that'll happen a lot, I'll be working on a track, and then I'll get so far with it, and I know it needs something else, but I can't figure out what. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me save this one, close it out, start up a brand new track.
Now you know who taught me that?
Who was that?
Huck.
I see.
I emailed Huck, man, about 3 years ago because he was teaching Machina Studio, right?
Yeah.
Worldwide, and I sent him an email on Facebook, and he hit me right up, man. He was like, "Yo, you need to." He said, "Hey, this is a new equipment. Learn it inside out. Once you learn it inside out, you don't have to call nobody. People will call you." He told me exactly like 3 years ago, man. That's no. So Huck is like
big inspiration for both of you.
Yeah, the Detroit boys. y'all must have that Alabama connection, because that's, between you and Huck and Mark DeVici, Mark Delevue. Mark, he's in Los Angeles. And
I probably know him, but
the name is kind of funny. Yeah, the name is, if you see his face, you know him. And he was like, he told me, he was like, hey, you need to map this, map that. I was like, oh man, I could have read that. Give me some funk. But Huck, man, he was like, hey, you do this, you do that. Don't even worry about it. And he was telling me then, just worry about your craft. Don't worry about the money. Everything is gonna fall.
Yeah, right? Everything else will fall into place.
Okay, now Rick, we love to talk more, but we want to play your mix.
Yeah.
All right, could you describe your mix tonight for us in just 3 words for our listeners? 5, okay.
Or you could just describe it.
Yeah, you could just describe it.
It's just a collection of songs that I like. Some of them are my own tracks that I made, and other ones are just tunes that I'm feeling at the moment. That's kind of how I do my DJ sets, actually. There's no real programming to it. It's just a matter of whatever I'm feeling at that moment, I just let the feeling guide what track is going to come next, so to speak.
The natural flow of
now,
things.
Do you ever plan your mixes?
No.
See?
You see, yeah, it happens naturally, right?
Yeah, it's
Your
just
mood changes, the environment changes, and...
Well, I'll say I'll pick a selection of songs that I think I might want to play.
Right.
But as far as what order they're going to come in or anything like that, I just put the first one on, and then whatever happens.
Yeah. I told you, right? You just got to let it flow. You can't be like hip-hop DJs. You DJ this mix Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then you play it on Friday. No, that's not us.
Yeah, it's a different vibe. Things change.
Okay, Rick, man. So we want to thank you. I think we're gonna still play. We're gonna try to get like 20 minutes of your mix, 20, 25.
Yeah, at least 20 minutes. Yeah.
Right, and if not, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna talk to the station manager. He has like this podcast thing, and we're gonna try to probably do another podcast, and we can play your music in the background and then talk more about house. But I see you some messages with that, so we can do something else.
Yeah, I'd like to play all of it, but because of time, we
we got to cut it short a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
So thank you so much for taking the time chatting with us. We really enjoyed talking with you, and our listeners really appreciate that too. And thank you for sending us that dope mix. I listened it the other day, when you sent it, and it was pretty amazing. I was vibing to it at my desk at work and thinking, I shouldn't be at my desk, listening to this kind of music. I want to be outside, grooving, but I was stuck at my desk, so I had no choice.
I was on the train, and this lady was like, she was looking at me, and I was like, am I singing to this? But I'm like, there's no words. So I'm like, oh, I need to stop because they gonna think I'm a crazy gaijin. Oh, he's a crazy gaijin.
Yes, let me move over. Scoot over.
All right, Rick, thank you, brother, for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
And you gotta tell Hook that I said, what's up?
Definitely will.
And get some sleep.
No, it's morning now.
We'll do that too.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a great day. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so I guess
No, yeah. And then the mix. All right, everybody. So we want to thank Rick Wade again for joining us tonight, chatting with us, and we're going to play his mix. All right, so here goes.
and Radio Japan. Rock and Radio Japan. Talk shows. DJ sessions. Live interviews. The best for international music entertainment. Black and Radio.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Massive.
Yes. So how was that mix, Stace?
That mix was hypnotic. That's the word I used to describe it. It was nice. Like throughout the mix, I was asking you to identify some of the genres. And when you told me some of it was soulful house, I was a bit surprised because I didn't hear the vocals. And I'm like, then, you know, you schooled me a bit on that. So that was interesting. And after listening to this, soulful house is not my least favorite. So what I've been exposed to is the commercial R&B remix stuff, which is what I thought was soulful house.
Right. So and that's what I was trying to get at the beginning. Like everyone, like if you go to Beatport or Track Source, it's a remix. So it's like no originality, right? So here you can tell, like if you go back to Detroit, what was Detroit? You think of Motown.
Right?
So you think of Smokey Robinson, The Temptations. So, you know, Rick grew up. He was in that town, but he grew up listening to that, right? All those guys, the true Detroit DJs, they have everyone has a strong. Even me from Alabama, I have a strong Motown roots, right? So that's going to influence our music making. Right. So someone told me, they was like, yeah, you know, Rick Wade, he's a techno DJ. I'm like, no, he's not, man. They're like, yes, he is. I'm like, really? I'm like, okay, so what you classify as techno is quite different. Because if you notice, like during the interview, he said house DJ, right? Yeah. So it's more about, I think mainstream has separated it because of they can get more revenue.
Break
techno,
down, minimal, tribal, this, that.
Right. So definitely from his mix, I could hear that soulfulness, right? He speeded up just a little bit, so that's the techno side of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the mainstream will make you think that soulful house is just a bunch of R&B remixes, really. So.
Or they need a female vocalist, or if it's a male vocalist, it's going to be like a deep Christian type song, right?
Because a lot of it sounds gospely to me, like the soulful house. When I hear them, it starts off like that.
So can you drink in the church? Can you drink some Hennessy in the church? I don't think so, right?
Well, a communion, you can have a bit of wine, you know, the blood of Jesus.
You know, so you look at it like that. So it's what they're saying is house. I mean, our soulful house is not.
It's just remixes, basically.
Yeah, it's a remix.
But that
R&B
mix was
remixes,
nice.
Right?
Thank you, Rick Wade, for
Rick
that.
Wade.
Yeah.
It was
hats
awesome.
off to you. Hats off to you.
Oh, hats off. Boop, boop. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and finish up tonight. But first, we're gonna go over our top 5 track source.
Yes. So let's get into number 5, "Love Commandments" by PM. And PM, Alea, and Gallo.
Yeah, that's nice.
Number 4, "I'm Talking to You," Angelo Ferreri. Number 3, these are my top 3 songs, and Afro House. Koro by Kerry Chandler, DJ Spen Cows, and this is Riadet. Number 2, this looks a bit Portuguese, Queimar, Kivias, QVLN. This is dope. Like, check out if I'm mispronouncing it, just go to the Kobe House page.
No. I think you're doing a marvelous.
You can check the list.
You're doing a marvelous job, because the way I would be tearing it up.
And the number 1 track for me is "Feel It," and this is a Manu remix. Sister Pearl and Manu in the house. All right, so there you have it, the top 10 track source.
Yes. That was
all
awesome.
Right.
Okay, and yes, thank you for tuning in. Rick Wade, thank you for taking the time to be on the show.
Yeah, and providing us with that mix.
That dope mix.
I learned quite a bit tonight.
And I'm gonna post the mix on our page, so
good.
people can
listen. Yeah.
Listen. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna listen, but I'll
But
figure it
yeah,
out.
yeah, you'll figure it out. You're the tech
figure it
man.
out.
Okay, so thank you to everyone who tuned in tonight. Those who are still sleeping but will check us out later.
Yes.
Replay, you know, thanks to everyone who took the time to listen to us.
Exactly right. Alabama, Georgia, my family in Atlanta, Macomb,
Oh,
Jacksonville.
you got family in Atlanta. My brother is in Atlanta. Prof, if you listen, big up yourself. You know you always a listen.
Exactly right. My cousin, he's still in Liberia. He be checking us out. Charles Miller. Oh, he made a lot of comments on our Black Panther. My cousin. Yeah. So he always be checking us out. He's in Liberia. So stay well. Keep helping over there with that medical assistance. Who else? Hawaii, Nagoya,
Jamaica.
Italy, Jamaica,
Everywhere.
South
Brussels,
Africa.
South Africa.
Thank you for
Japan,
tuning in.
everybody.
Yes. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting us. Make sure always give us feedback. You know.
Yeah, if you're listening, let us know. Comment under our Facebook page. You know.
Or you can send. If you're gonna criticize, you can send some direct messages. Don't put me on blast because I'll be deleting some messages. Keep it positive, man.
Yeah, keep it positive under the comments.
Positive and love.
So our next show is April 28th.
Yes. So fourth Saturday, April 28th. We will have DJ C's.
DJ C's.
Yes, from Chicago.
Oh,
Clarence. His name is Clarence. So he's
so
a
looking
Chicago
forward to
house. Yeah. So him and Rick, they know each other.
Okay.
I've been doing C's. Oh, big shout out. Happy birthday, C's. Was his birthday Thursday, I think.
Happy birthday, C's. Happy belated.
Right. So with Max Flo, so he was in the Navy with me. So he's from Chicago. His brother Toby, he was on the show. So there's Black Terry. So there's about 5 strong Chicago house heads, DJs, producers.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes.
So looking forward to that next month, April 28th.
DJ C's. I hope you're ready, brother.
We'll be hitting you up.
Yes. So peace, love. Thank you for tuning in. Always visit our page where we put whether some songs or information about the artist, their bio, their information. So please check out the page
and like us. Click that like button
and give us feedback.
Yes.
So thank you for tuning in to Kobe House Show. Until next month,
April 28th, and we're gonna close out with Frankie Knuckles. It's a cold world.
It's
because
a cold
it is.
world.
I see no open arms of love. I feel your resistance. Now you feel my distance. I hear the echo of the dove. It's my world that you can't relate to. You say I lost God's gift of love. You look for clues and they seem to haunt you. Hear the whispers of the children crying from above. It's a cold world, a cold, cold world. It's a cold world, a cold, cold world. And I say,
talk show, DJ sessions, live interviews. The best for international music entertainment. Black and Radio.